This is Core Conversations with Natalie Baggio.
So Natalie, how did your journey in healthcare kind of evolve to now be the president of Corewell Health South?
It's been a very organic journey.
Okay.
You know, I'm led by compassion and enthusiasm, and wherever I can help is what's important to me and drive value. And this opportunity gives me ability to have a 360-degree impact. And it's a blend of my values of caring for people and compassion, but also I love operations. And this allows me to blend both of them together. But as we meet challenges in healthcare, we know clinical transformation is inevitable. And I spoke about that in one of my earlier conversations on that's what really excites me about envisioning where we're going and then helping lead that change. Where do you see like the first step or the greatest opportunities in clinical transformation in the near future?
That's a fabulous question. And it is one of the most exciting areas that we have going into healthcare. Our society is changing just in unbelievably rapid moments. Everyone recognizes AI as a huge portion of what we're doing. What I think is really exciting, there's a couple things that I think is really exciting. We always have to tie our mission, vision, values. Where are we keeping that patient at the center? What are those things that we're doing? But then how are we leveraging new technologies? How are we leveraging new abilities to reach out to patients, to get the care to the right patient at the right place at the right time? So one of the things that I think is absolutely fabulous that we're doing is we're really growing a lot of the televisits and the virtual visits that we're having. You know, gone are the days where 30 years ago, everyone said, well, you have to come to a brick and mortar hospital to get your care. We're now saying, well, why don't we go out to your house? Why don't we find ways of doing this? Why don't we reduce transportation time? Why don't we increase access by giving availability to care for the patient when they need it at the location that's most convenient for them? We've really begun to leverage a lot of just fabulous specialties across all of Corewell Health and be able to bring it locally. Some of that is by virtual medicine. Some of that is by having providers transport themselves down to some of these areas. So that's a huge, huge area that we're going into. The other one, when we go back to kind of some of the areas that you're talking about within quality, that's really big is how do we use AI to help leverage and find some of these things that we can improve quality even sooner. And we do that with reducing fall risks and using technology to reduce fall risk, or finding ways of reducing chances of people getting infections within the hospital. And that's all implementing new technologies, whether it's in our electronic health record, whether it's using some of the AI technologies, whether it's leveraging things across all of the United States and best practices and applying them here so that we can make sure that we're standardizing the best care possible.
Always to stay curious. We always have to be asking ourselves curious questions. How do I do it different? How do I make it more efficient? How do I help my team succeed every day? And I think one of the biggest things that I always have to remind myself is to stop and listen. Very actively listen to what's being said to you, and that helps you gain so much as a leader. To take the time, pause, reflect on what's being said, and stay curious with moving forward.
So tell us about the retention. How many people end up staying here after they experience our residency programs?
We've been very, very blessed with high retention rates. We have nearly 30% retention rates of our residents who want to stay in our area. And that's a testament to our community, to the people that they serve in our community, and them feeling part of our family in Southwest Michigan. I think that sense of overwhelming family and the feeling that they're connected within our wonderful Southwest community is what makes them want to stay here.
Probably the most powerful thing, and one of the things I'm most proud of our leadership team in general, is kind of leading by example. And you need to be the type of leader that people say, those are the personas and the personalities and the qualities that I want to have in my group, that I want to have and demonstrate to patients, that I want to demonstrate to everyone else around there. So I think number one is you have to be present, you have to be with your people. And then number two is you have to be open to listening, because there's no way that any one of us are going to have all the answers given the complexity of healthcare and everything else going on. We have an unbelievably talented pool of people that are working at Corewell, from the new nurses that we're bringing in through the pipeline programs that you started up, up, to new docs that are coming in from different areas. We have to be willing to keep an open mind and open ears and say, we don't have all the answers. And as we're going through transformation of healthcare and as we're doing increasing access and everything else, we need to be able to say, we want to hear all of these ideas and work together and say, how can we make it better? Every day we should wake up and say, today is going to be a better day than yesterday. And if we can just march down that path every single day, we're going to make healthcare better for everyone in our community.
I love mentoring new leaders. And we have the opportunity as leaders and as nurse leaders to do that every day. Whether it's how we role model, how we lead a meeting, how we take time to talk to people. This year, we did just start a new program. It's called the GROW program, and I think you've had some of our GROW interns with you. It is guiding nurses into healthcare workplace futures. So it gives them a chance to get out there and see what leadership is. Just as we have staffing shortages at the bedside, we still have to maintain leaders, strong leaders in our future. And this GROW program takes a nurse away from their traditional job for a whole month. And they rotate through various departments in the hospital, in the Corewell system, to really give them some experience. So I'm proud of that. I love to see new leaders succeed, new nurses who've come from the bedside or frontline step into leadership for that first time. It's exciting to see them make that change.
So what is the biggest lesson you've learned?
To sit back and enjoy the journey. I think at times when people are having success or even not making their strategies work in a timely manner, I think it becomes very difficult to sit back and enjoy the wins that we have had. And over the years, as I've matured, I've had to take out some time in my daily practice to enjoy those moments, because I think those moments really stimulate us to do more in the future.
Well, in our series, we're inviting our leaders to have a look behind the curtain for our community at the work that they're doing each day and how they care for patients and our team members and our community and what type of impact they're making.